Hey guys, Devall here with an all-new unboxing special right here on ToyWorldOrder.com, or as my puppet pal would call me, Hobo Devall, because again, I haven't shaved in a few days, and it's a little scraggly under there. Or as Puppet Devall would say, I need a bindle and to live under a bridge down by the river. Anyway, I got a brand new unboxing special, and this one comes, it's another box from my buddy William Enos, and the box will look familiar because we looked at this a while back, but yes, this is the box for the Toy Biz Batman playset. This actually goes to the playset that I got a while back. Unfortunately, the box was too big, even with both ends open and folded to fit in the box, so it didn't make it, but it made it this time. And in here, there's some interesting stuff from Mr. Enos. Some very cool stuff. I've got this is getting open because the package is pretty beat up, but one of the last few figures I need for the Police Academy line, which is the Snack Attack House with the Hoagie Blaster, which is one of the harder to find figures from this line. I'm missing, actually here soon I'll have a Flung High and a Stakeout Sweet Chuck, thanks to my buddy Chad Plouffe, which will basically leave me one figure shy of all the figures in this line, and that one figure is Captain Harrod, who is continuously and constantly a $100 plus figure on eBay, and I don't want to spend that kind of money, nor do I have that kind of money right now. But Snack Attack House with a Hoagie Blaster, it's pretty cool. It's one of those, as you can see, wherever these came from, they were folded like that. Not that I'm going to leave them on the card anyway, but it's kind of sad. It's like, oh. Let's see, in here, get these out here. This is a very interesting line, and there's quite a few of them. Get them all out here. Anybody who was a kid, I watched cartoons and still do throughout my adult life, but anyone that was a kid in the 90s remembers the Fox Kids Club. And they remember a show on the Fox Kids Club called Fox's Peter Pan and the Pirates. Now, THQ released a line of figures, and I have Peter Pan and Tinkerbell from that line. And thanks to William, I have, let's see, I have Alf Mason. I have the one and only Captain Hook. I have Mr. Shmee. It's pretty cool. I have Robert Mullins. Pretty cool. I have Wendy. It's pretty cute. She's got a little cloth dress there. Real hair. It's pretty cute. And I have got the Mermaid. And this actually completes the figures for THQ. I now have all the figures from this line, and that's all they released minus plush dolls. Was THQ released the figures to the show, and then that was it. The figures didn't sell well. They kind of languished because I remember them in KB stores being down the doll aisle. They were actually down the aisles with the dolls because the girls, all the girl figures, Tinkerbell, Wendy, and the Mermaid, all had combable hair. And then, henceforth, all the regular figures were down those aisles too, so no one really ever saw them. So they're kind of weird, kind of difficult figures to find. Let's see. Something from one of my favorite lines from Coleco, of all places. And this actually is a blue clip to my Batcave playset that I was missing. It's fine. It was on his floor. He found it. These were actually from Coleco, and these are actually Hanna-Barbera's Flintstone Kids figures. And in here I've got, this one is Mickey with her choo-choo rider. And these were geared towards, I want to say these were ages 2.5 to 6. So they were more like, they were more along the lines of preschool toys. Very limited articulation, they all came with the little vehicles. All the playsets you can see on the back were kind of preschool-ish. But they're still a fun collectible for any fan of Flintstones or Hanna-Barbera or cartoons in general from the 80s. So, this one is Mickey with her choo-choo roller, or choo-choo rider, I should say. I got Nate Slate and his dinosaur ATV. Nate Slate's pretty cool. Little young Mr. Slate. It's pretty neat. And one that I love the most is Rocky Rat Rock with Stalagmut, which was the bully of the show, which is pretty cool that he got his own little figure. These figures are awesome. They're well detailed. They're well sculpted. They match the look and feel of the animated series from the late 80s, which is very cool. These are really neat though. These are cool little figures, and there's a whole bunch of figures. I have a bunch. I have Fred. I have Wilma. Fred, Wilma, Barney, Betty. So I have the main characters except for Pluto, but there were so many other characters in here. Mickey, Philo Quartz. KV Jr., you know, Captain Caveman's son, Dream Chip Gemstone. I mean, there was the Bedrock Elementary School, the town of Bedrock. There's so much cool stuff, and I have the Dream Chip limo, which is a little limo driven by a big chimp, which is pretty cool, pretty cute. That's kind of neat. And then I got two vehicles in here. One of them is the James Bond Jr. Scum Shark, which was the villain vehicle, and of course a while back, I think in one of the boxes, I think the box that William had, we had the James Bond Jr. The James Bond Jr.'s car. So this is the villain vehicle of the line, which is the Scum Shark. Pretty neat little vehicle. It's got a little pull string motor that you pull and it zips along, as well as a little firing missile and stuff. So it's a very simple little vehicle, but it's still pretty cool. And then last but not least, in here is a vehicle from the Kenner line for the Shadow movie, which is the Shadow Night Mist Cycle, which is the other motorcycle I'm missing. So all I'm missing now is the actual Shadow car, as well as a handful of figures from the line. But the Shadow Night Mist Cycle is pretty cool. It's got some neat little ground missiles that you could pop a wheelie and fire it, and it's a neat little vehicle. Kenner always made some of the more fun and entertaining vehicles, I think, and toy lines of the 80s and 90s. And of course, my Batman Batcave box, which while it's a little beat up and it's got it was returned because the holes weren't drilled for the screen, which I did drill those holes. I might be able to take some of these stickers off, but there's this residue of this big one here that I might be able to try to figure out how to get off there, maybe without ruining the front of it. Toy Biz Batcave box, pretty cool. That's what all of this was shipped to me in there. So there you go. Thanks to William Enos for helping me out and grabbing these figures for me and sending them to me. Very cool. Saved me a lot of money on shipping just to have William ship it to me than where I got them ship it to me. So plus he's close to there, so it makes it much easier. So kudos to Mr. Enos for once again helping me out. And gang, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/ToyWorldOrder. Also check out our sister channel, youtube.com/BoardTheShow, which is a co-production of ToyWorldOrder.com and Pixel-Dan.com, starring myself and Pixel Dan, where we take a look at board games from the 50s through today. And of course, again, ToyWorldOrder.com. Make sure you check out all the great stuff we got going on, podcasts, lots of unboxing specials, some great collection expansion extravaganza videos, reviews with myself and Puppet Devall, as well as all our old reviews, and so much more. So check that out, gang. And until next time, make friends, because you never know what you'll get hooked up with. Take care, guys. Rocky Rat Rock. Bullies. Even in the prehistoric days, bullies.